Hello everyone and welcome back to EchPlays. I'm Esh. Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Good Rock, home of the Good Rock Boys, is back alive and at it again. And last time we ran into an issue that involved diarrhea. Diarrhea. The land of diarrhea. And that is a problem today we are hoping to fix with a med bed. We'll see how that goes. Everyone seems to have it, and in no small part, probably, to the food poisoning that is being proliferated through water. It's a spreading through the entire colony, and until we can get I think we're even training it right now. Let's see, sanitation, lavatory, mesh tile, shower, and sink. No, filtration. I think. Sieves one liquid out of a mix, sending it into a dedicated pipe. Not really. There's got to be some sort of filter. These are called filters, but they filter one thing from out for another. But that doesn't really help with the old diarrhea water, does it? Decontamination seems like it might be something. Ore scrubber. Mechanized airlock. No. And deodorizer. That's all air-based. So what about distillation? What about this? Algae distiller refines slime into algae and then produces clean water from polluted water using sand. Produces polluted dirt. That's not really what we're looking for either, though. This has got to be in this like a sanitation area. So where did we get like? This is tough, actually. Artistic stuff, decontam. I mean, you'd think it'd be around here somewhere. Healthcare, hand sanitizer, apothecary, decontamination is what we just looked at. Liquid tuning, cools and heats liquid. Warms large bodies of water, must be full. I don't think that's the answer. Hydro sensor, no. Liquid shut off, no. Huh. I mean, maybe heating up liquid would sort of cook it. But I'm not sure how realistic this all is. Yeah, I'm not real sure. So, with that said, I think we might just be stuck with until we get to a point where we feel comfortable. Right now, we're working on filtration, which is something we could use. Liquid filter and gas filter. And maybe if we're lucky, it will actually allow us to filter out the germs, but I don't think it will. I don't think it's going to do anything like that. So we'll see what happens. In realistic fashion, you'd probably want to like heat the water to boiling point. That'll kill the germs, but I'm not sure that's actually a thing in this game. So we'll see. Enough meandering, however. Enough meandering. They're building the med bed, and we're going to prioritize use of the med bed at a 7 so we can nip this in the bud. And hopefully get this problem over and done with. The polluted water should be a priority. We don't want it just sitting there. Sweep that bad boy up, please. Is there not a place for us to put polluted water, maybe? Organic. Polluted dirt. Filtration medium, no. Agriculture, no. You know, I think the problem is we have to store the water in a water tank. So, this project down here is also on our agenda, obviously. Alright. So, nobody's in the medical bed right now. Which is unfortunate because it means someone like Leaky is still just ejectile pooping. Is she going? No. Everybody also is a little bit tired, I think, today because of all the pooping that happened right before bed last night. They didn't get into bed until later. Leaky is still in the toilet. He's trying his best. It's okay. Oh, you know what might be an issue? I don't know why I'm talking like that all of a sudden. I think what we could maybe end up seeing is maybe it's in meal prep. A mess table, a farm tile, an electric grill. Fertilized synthesizer, hydroponic farm, refrigerator, stores food at an ideal temp. No. So the answer is that is also a big no. Again, the last time I played this, they did not have the germ system. And maybe there is actually some info. What is this? Toggle red alert. Colony-wide emergency state duplicates ignore basic needs to work. Okay, so, is insufficient oxygen generation is still a problem. I think we need yet another algae thing, even though I thought we had enough. Research complete, huh? That was quick, actually. I thought the supercomputer thing would take longer. But apparently... Oh, wait. What were we doing, actually? I think I've selected something else. Crap, I didn't pay attention. Oh, yeah, no. Pressure management. That's what we were working on. We got the airflow tile, the gas valve, the liquid valve, and the manual airlock. The main thing we wanted from this was the manual airlock and the airflow tile. So, we're going to use those almost immediately, I think. We're going to put some airflow tiles. Are they in here or are they in here? Here they are. Airflow tiles on each floor so that the air from each place... I'm deciding where I want to put it. All the bad air can just continually flow down and not get trapped somewhere. Just a little bit of freedom in terms of how it allows us to control our air a little bit more. Let's check our priorities because, that's what it was. I set everything higher because it was an emergency, basically. Now, I think it's time to dig this out. We can leave this because all this is going to be a future expansion for the water. So we don't want them really doing that just yet. However, it seems like they're doing the building on the vents too pretty well, so that's not a big deal. What about these up here? This is all 5s. I mean, we can put this as a 6 as well. Because we could use the algae for our deoxidizers for sure. Alright, so I'm going to sweep this next. I want to keep it sweeping, you know? Also, I'm pretty much done looking at these. Super done looking at those 2 pieces of dirt attached to the ceiling. Oh, they've stopped everything they're doing. That's what I like to see. What about you guys sweep up the food that's just laying on the floor, huh? You ever think of that? Alright. Things are they're smoothing out a little bit. We need power, however. Let's pause while we run. Oh no, the power is there. It's just nobody is running on it. We do have a bunch of stuff going on. And since nobody's actually working on the micro musher, it doesn't really matter. No fabrications queued. Oh, that's a problem. Okay. Continuous. There we go. That was an oversight. No problem. No problem. Oh, it feels good to be back here on the Good Rock, home of the Rock Boys. I think we can all agree on that. Last time we introduced Leaky, there was a little bit of missing footage, but you guys didn't really miss much. It was just me doing the... struggling. It's in general. We have to decide, I think... Let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the second block into the obsidian. This will be the end over here. I'm not going to build this just yet, obviously. But it will give us some idea of where we're going to end up stopping. We can just plan this all out. What is this stuff? Hydrogen. That's a little bit worrying, because we haven't really introduced hydrogen into the ecosystem just yet. Which is something you don't really want to go for unless you absolutely have to, because eventually you do produce hydrogen through some sort of generator, I think. But not yet. Okay, so this is going to be, to refresh, this is going to be our polluted water tank. All this. And that'll give us a place to put the polluted water, obviously. Like this, and then this is going to be here. So on this side of the ladder, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then it's going to be like that on this side. This side will be 11 here, but that doesn't really match up with the other thing, which means I think I'm going to go ahead and extend this plan out to this, because then it at least will be symmetrical and even on the sides. And the same goes for this side, which means, what is the priority on this? 6. Okay, so we'll dig the rest of this at a 6 as well. Now, I'm going to have to, I think, get rid of this ladder. So, deconstruct this. I'll leave this because who cares, right? Okay, so plumbing. The liquid valve was unlocked, I believe. There wasn't a whole lot. Now, there is the manual airlock, which is great, because that means we can use it like this to sort of lock in these areas. In fact, we probably should anyway. The question is... I don't know what the question is. I was thinking maybe I could put a door like this right here and have like a tube beneath it, and then that could be a way to get down to the next area. Instead of having the ladders continue, they can just like converge and then come down into the next area. I think that's probably what we'll end up doing for sure. Now this thing is doing what? It's emitting fertilizer, using compost. I don't remember what it's doing. I don't remember what this thing does. I know what it does in terms of like it produces fertilizer, but does it actually make? Does it contents, polluted dirt, fertilizer, germs? It'll tell me if I go over here. Compost breaks polluted dirt down into fertilizer. I don't think it actually. I don't think it actually produces it. I mean, it seems to be producing some air situation, but it doesn't say anything about it. I guess what we could do is build an airlock here and here, and a tile here and here, and maybe we should also think about extending our food growth a little bit too. Yeah. Pop, pop. The fun don't stop, though, is the thing. Alright, so maybe I should... well, I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? Everyone's just doing this. Maybe it's because I think one of the problems is that I haven't... Fleeing, huh? They found a young hatchling, I think. Attack... Murder the hatchling. Everybody's coming. He's dead. He's now deceased. They really make a big deal out of their hatch, but in the end... You know what? I think this is the best plan. I'm going to prioritize this entire thing as 6s, because it seems like that's what they want to do. Let's just bust it out. Not have to worry about it anymore, you know? Fucking Billy Idol down here. I love that he's a narcoleptic because it doesn't make any sense. And he ends up sleeping in caves. I do think that's a very Billy Idol of him. He's got a rebel yell inside of him. You know? And that rebel yell is shouting, "Sleep in a cave, Billy Idol, you son of a bitch." And he's listening to it, obviously. Oh, Meemaw. Meemaw doesn't seem to have diarrhea. No diarrhea. No diarrhea. Light wounds, but no diarrhea. Fair enough. Always washing their hands, and that feels good too, because that's a great way to halt the onslaught of diarrhea. The tidal wave, the tsunami of diarrhea. The poonami. Okay. Anyway, I have found the bottleneck that I missed. Maybe you guys noticed it, but when we got Leaky, I totally forgot to build him a bed. RIP. So what's happened is actually I have no idea where Leaky is. Where the hell is that bastard at? Where is he sleeping? I know Billy Idol doesn't give a shit. Where is Leaky at? Oh, there he is. He's sleeping on the floor down here. Okay. So in truth, we're 2 beds short. It's just that Billy Idol doesn't give a shit. So I think we are at a point where we need to fill in this with beds now too. So we'll go ahead and let them sleep while we plan out the bedrooms. We don't want airlocks on these because it's going to trap all the bad air these little bastards produce in with them, and we don't want them suffocating on their own disgusting, filthy breath. Now, I have noticed one thing that I didn't somehow notice before, and it's that these are 4s across and these are 3s. Like, there's these little shitty rooms and there's these nice rooms. It's intense. Okay, so also, these tanks are 4 high, so they can't reach the ceiling. So we're gonna have to do this as a priority 6 as well, because it's gonna lead to them actually being able to build. They are ironically using these piles of dirt as like a way to reach it. Oh well, like everything is on halt right now for this place. I will say that it's probably not the best to have a free fall all the way down into our water. That's what led to the pollution to begin with, as you can see. 908 germs. Germ source? No. I do wish that I knew. I just wish I knew, is all. Just wish I knew. If you know how to get rid of germs from water, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll have to Google it. Like some sort of pleb. You don't want that, do you? Okay, so, we are limiting access now to below, but like I said, I think we're gonna eventually move the compost elsewhere. And make this like a center point that they can go down into this place from. It'll make like a natural barrier between the water and the polluted water tanks, which will be good. And will give us nice centralized access to the lower area. It's going to be nice, though. I think it's going to be nice. Maybe I'm wrong, but let's check the air, actually. It doesn't... Yeah, this air down here is really bad. Don't eat in the fucking carbon dioxide. Damn you. Napkin, he's the one. I can never remember Napkin's name. I think that says something about him, to be honest, more than it does about me. Oh, so what's the next plan on the old agenda? Right now, I think maybe what we could do is eventually move the med bed out of this and make this another room. Make the medicine area like up here above the kitchen. We also really want to research. I don't know why I keep forgetting to do that. I wanted the stuff up here so that we can make our kitchen better and our mess table better. Hopefully having an electric grill, I don't know. I don't think it will reduce germs and stuff any, but it, in theory, should, cooking your food, but whatever. It's not like they're using polluted dirt to make the mush bars, you know? You know, speaking of that, actually... I wonder if we make this continuous first, then this continuous, if he'll make this until we have no more lice or whatever the hell they are, and then he'll move to mush bars if we have no more of it. I think that's how it works. I could be wrong, but I could be right. Who knows? There's always a first for everything, you know? Checking the oxygen again, though. It's getting a little bit dark blue for my taste, if I'm being honest with you guys. Remember yesterday, about halfway through the episode, I was like, man, we're going really well. There's a bunch of light blue in all 3 of these levels. Things were going really, really good for us. Now we're looking at it, and it's looking dire a little bit. So, I am slightly worried about what's happening. And there does... Oh, you know what it is? It's probably because we still have insufficient oxygen generation. That's probably one of the reasons. Another one has got to be just the fact that we're breathing so much. You know, they're just breathing so damn much. So I think we need some carbon dioxide suckins up here somewhere. The problem being that, you know what's a good idea? Let's dig at a 7. Like an area right here. And then we can stick a little pile of algae, or whatever the hell, over into the little nook. And what we can also do is make a door here, and here, and here. Oh, that's already there. There, and there. And we'll put the algae terrarium right here. Probably should prioritize that too. And then, hopefully, I can put, like, so I can cancel this. In fact, I'll just cancel all of these right here. And I'll put a bottle emptier here, I hope. I'm a little confused about how this thing works. Like, maybe I can just... Because you can't hook pipes up to it. Liquid vent. Releases liquid from liquid pipes. Liquid intake pipe. Empties bottled liquids back into the world. Liquid bridge, liquid pump, liquid valve. I'm gonna have to just hope for the best on this, I think. So, this might be a temporary thing, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna put it here. I should have prioritized that higher. I think this whole episode's been about essentially the long journey to making this one bottle of polluted water not be here. Sadly. What are you gonna do, you know? What are you gonna do? Okay, so there is a new boy ready. It seems like right at the end of each episode, it's about that time, you know? Let's see who's on offer this time. We got Hassan, Bonnie, and Ellie. Hassan is squeamish. Bonnie is squeamish. Ellie is narcoleptic. So squeamish means they can't do aid, which is totally fine. Except this guy's useless because part of his abilities are medicine. He's germ resistant, which honestly would not be that bad. Athletics +7. She's good at digging and strength. She's a runner. I mean, she's not great, but she's like a decent all-around dude. She just can't do any like specialties. She's like a manual labor kind of person, which is just as important as a scientist, you know. She's got the twinkle toes down there. Look at her go. Maniac. Fantastic. We didn't even give her any chance. We don't really need another narcoleptic person, to be honest. Welcome aboard, Maniac. She's immediately going to work. Fantastic. Everybody's doing stuff. I'm gonna prioritize this thing as a 7, I guess, because that's what the other ones are. I'm gonna prioritize this as an 8 as well as that one. We're just sort of upkeeping now. Yeah, things are going okay here. Things are going okay-ish. So now that I've done this, I'm thinking about deconstructing this at a 7. And then moving it over here. And then we can start this a little bit with our plan to move ahead with construction to the lower areas. The bowels of the good rock, if you will. This will re-engage our access to this little pocket down here, which is good because it has some millwood down here that we've been picking every once in a while. Once they're done with this... Oh, it's going pretty slow if I'm being honest. Once they're done with it, though, we can start our kitchen area, which is the whole point of this room. We're going to have some mess tables here and our stove and stuff over here. It's going to be really good. So for furniture, we don't have a massage... I would love to have this area here, too, as our medical area, because we can put our med bed here and a massage table here as like a spa and clinic. It'll be fantastic. I personally think it'll be fantastic, and I personally think this is a perfect place to pause and say goodbye for now to the Good Rock and all those rock boys that are within it. So if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And as always, tell all those filthy deviants. You know anybody with diarrhea? You know anybody who sleeps in a cave? Well, tell them and more about the channel. Share this video with them. Be a good friend. And until next time, say goodbye to the Rock Boys and their good rock. Their great good rock. And I'll see you guys next time.